welcome to South Today. In tonight's programme, tackling sexual harassment within the yoga industry, calls for tighter regulation of the sector to protect teachers and pupils. Also, a warning about water use with levels in rivers and reservoirs lower than last summer.
And later on, how soaring petrol prices are fuelling fears more care workers may quit their jobs visiting the vulnerable at home.
Good evening. Yoga teachers in Oxford who've been the victims of harassment, assaults and stalking are calling for better protection and regulation of the industry. The Yoga Teachers Union, founded by a local teacher, has launched a campaign to highlight the often unreported abuse faced by them and pupils. Peter Cook reports.
They're presented as safe spaces to exercise, relax and refresh the mind. But some say there's a hidden and unreported world of inappropriate touching, sexual assault and grooming.
I've personally taken 39 disclosures from yoga teachers up and down the country, and it's ranged from grooming and coercion to far, far worse. I don't have my phone number on any website. I took my phone number down. I've had to change my phone number 3 times. I've reported stalking on 3 occasions. I've had to really change and adapt how I work.
Laura Hancock is the founder of the Yoga Teachers Union, set up in Oxford to provide support for teachers and a place where pupils can find help about reporting concerning behaviour. Nearly 50% of its members have reported sexual harassment since February this year. It's calling for stricter regulation of the industry.
The 3 things we want clear escalation and reporting mechanisms. We want sexual harassment policies in every venue, and we also want awarding bodies to make sexual harassment and consent training mandatory.
Concerns echoed by those providing studios for classes.
There's not really a lot of support for studio owners or teachers. We have our processes. There's people that we refer to when incidents have happened in the past, not necessarily in the studio, but in the community. Then we have reached out to the union and reached out to other people that we know. But it would be great if there was a more robust procedure to follow.
Teachers say it's not just about physical boundaries being crossed.
In specific schools, there is a very clear process of grooming. Often of female students, it will depend on the context, but there are very clear processes of coercion, thought reform and progressive grooming, often for sexual purposes.
So what are the industry doing to help?
When you go into the website, if you're a non-member, you would find an abuse section. And in that deals with several different kinds of abuse that a member might experience, or just generally the general public might experience in yoga, with information on that. And we're in the midst of putting up the name of the safeguarding officer on the website so that anybody can get in touch with that.
The union says it wants to stop abuse perpetrated in plain sight and empower victims to come forward. Peter Cook, BBC South Today.
Thames Water says if customers don't reduce water use,